Hi, it's Gila Nehemiah, sacred erotic love coach, poet, and author. Today I was actually been finishing a bunch of books, so I've been reading The Fifth Mountain by Paulo Coelho. I probably know his book, the really famous one, The Alchemist. So I wanted to read you something because, my question today is, how do you live a life of love? You might be following me and listening to me and thinking, some of you might have this relationship I'm talking about. Some of you might be like, how do I do this? Others, I don't know exactly where you're at, but, I'm thinking about those two kind of camps. So I wanted to read you an excerpt towards the end of this book. It's a really, really beautiful book. The Fifth Mountain is about, the fifth mountain of your own life, really living your highest journey and committing to it in its fullest sense. The character in this book is actually from Israel originally, and he's a prophet. And, he lives a life of love and so many tragedies, but he dedicates his life to his highest journey. So I'll just read a couple of paragraphs. Those of you who want to stay with me can. If not, you can listen to the replay. So it says, "The brave are always stubborn. From heaven, God smiles contentedly, for it was this that he desired, that each person takes into his hands the responsibility for his own life. For in the final analysis, he has given his children the greatest of all gifts, the capacity to choose and determine their acts. Only those men and women with the sacred flame in their hearts had the courage to confront him, and they alone knew the path back to his love. For they understood that tragedy was not punishment, but challenge." So if any of you are like me that have gone through a lot of tragic moments in your life and felt a lot of sadness and pain, I know I felt at some point like so victimized, like, well, how can I ever really be happy? How can I really have the love that I'm truly desiring? Well, our tragedies are just our challenge to live our highest journey, to nourish the hope within us, to give ourselves and nurture ourselves with love. Because when we do that, then we truly are co-creating with the divine. We truly are within our divinity, which is what I wanted to say. So we are within our power. So I recommend you read this book. It's really a beautiful, beautiful story, a really beautiful book. And if you know anything about him, it talks a lot about there aren't any coincidences, and, things happen for a reason, and he brings a child into this as well in this book. So it's just totally beautiful and very uplifting, very inspiring. And, this character can be you. You can be living the life of your dreams if you decide to live your highest journey and do whatever it takes to get there. Because that's what I did. That's what my clients do. And regardless of all of the challenges that we face, we still get up and we persevere and we believe in love. Because what I believe this book is about is love. Love of yourself, love of another, love of the highest possible. And that's where we reach our heights, when we know that love is the answer. Because love is the answer all the time. But it begins with you loving you. When you love you, you know what you deserve. And you know that it's going to come to you. Because you deserve it. Because it is your birthright. So if anything I'm saying is resonating with you, understand that love is your birthright. And it begins with you. If any of this is resonating with you and you're not in my group yet, please join my group, Embody Your Deepest Desires. And I actually have something really interesting to share with you guys in the group. So looking forward to sharing that with all of you. Namaste, Shanti Shalom. Have a beautiful Saturday.